All right, so what going people? So everybody already know that about the Vybz Kartel case right now. And what happened is that Vybz Kartel conviction case is sent back to the Court of Appeal. So the Privy Council has squashed the murder conviction of entertainer Vybz Kartel, Adidja Palmer, and three other men, which is Sean Storm, Kyra Jones, and Andre St. John. So basically what they did is Vybz Kartel won his appeal. So Vybz Kartel did appeal to the appeal court, and the appeal court did not touch the case. What the appeal courts did, the appeal courts took 2 years off Vybz Kartel life sentence and then said, okay, that is it. We don't see anything in the case. But now Vybz Kartel appealed to the Privy Council, and Vybz Kartel actually won his case. So Vybz Kartel won his case. But the problem that I have, or the problem that a lot of people have, is we know the Jamaican justice system is corrupt, and the Jamaican justice system was exposed to the highest level in terms of the procedural injustice and the procedural irregularities that was within Vybz Kartel case. It played out on the international level. So when Vybz Kartel go to the Privy Council and win his case and squash, because the Privy Council said Vybz Kartel and his co-accused are it is squash of the murder conviction. So he's squash of that murder conviction. He's no longer a murder convict in prison. He's squash of that. However, no, they said that they will be sending back this they will be sending this back to the Court of Appeal to make the decision. Now the decision that the Court of Appeal can actually and essentially make is three decisions that the Court of Appeal can actually make, and those decisions will be a retrial. That is one option. So a retrial would be the Court of Appeal could order a real trial to the local courts. So it go back to the local courts where you have the prosecution, where you have the defense lawyers, Isaac Buchanan and all of those people. They will now be making their case and arguments and presenting their evidence all over again to the local courts, to the lower courts. If the Court of Appeal decide that is what they will be doing. Another thing that can happen is acquittal. So the Court of Appeal can then decide that this case does not have enough evidence for a retrial, and the evidence is insufficient, right? So Vybz Kartel and his co-accused will be acquitted of all charges. So they will be acquitted of all charges effective immediately, and acquitted of murder and the murder case and everything. So Vybz Kartel will be walking free, Sean Sam, Kyra Jones, and all of them. The third option, and this is the option that I don't want, this is the option that nobody wants, and this is the third option. The third option would actually be maintaining the conviction. So although less likely, given the Privy Council decision of squashing the case and say, all right, then they are no longer convicts, they are no longer convicted of this murder, then we the Court of Appeal will now maintain the conviction, even though the Privy Council already said that. Now, my thing is, we know the injustice, we know the unfairness, we know the procedural irregularities, we know all of these things. Why would you send back the case in the corruption system if you don't already think that if you squash this case and basically saying these men are free? Why would you send back the case in their hands? Okay, you're sending back the case in their hands for them to do what? For them to do what? For them to try to have impartiality, for them to try to be fair, for them to try to look at the case and said, even though we don't like Vybz Kartel and his lifestyle, because the way how we handled the case before, with the procedure that we took and the steps that we took and and the methods and everything, that was unfair, that was wrong, that was actually judging the book by its cover that was actually saying someone is guilty before they actually proven guilty or innocent, because that is literally what the Jamaican justice system did. They deemed Vybz Kartel guilty before Vybz Kartel was even tried in court, and the unfairness that played out in this, in the court, in the system, everything was exposed at the highest level to the Privy Council. You understand? So Isaac Buchanan said he will be going live and he will be talking about this, and I will definitely want to hear more on what Isaac Buchanan had to say. And Vybz Kartel should feel happy that he actually appealed to the Privy Council and actually win his case. So Vybz Kartel win his case appealing to the Privy Council. So do not get that wrong. He won his case. The Privy Council agreed with everything, and on the basis on the basis of the contaminated juror. So remember, Bert Samuels said that the DPP, Paula Llewellyn, is actually the one who told the judge to continue with the case, even though the jury was compromised. Right? They allowed that to happen. And what you really find happening is the tactics and the strategy that they use to convict Vybz Kartel, right, is the same thing that is backfiring on them right now. It's the same thing that is backfiring on them right now. You understand? So they must feel a certain type of way if you know, say, yo, the way how them handle the case and the way how them go about it, this is the same thing that turn around and bite them. Because, you know, fear is fear. You know what I mean? If you handle the case the right and proper way, we know that Vybz Kartel would have not been in prison right now. He would have not been in prison right now, even though, so to speak, you can say circumstantial evidence still can get you convicted. But again, what was there for them to actually convict Vybz Kartel on? A few voice note, a few videos that they did not present, that they did not have, that they did not even say, okay, then this is the video that we had, and this is the video, you know, that we accuse you of doing this, and we say we had it on videotape, we say we had it on video recordings, and somewhere, somehow, someone came to the USA and lost a phone, and then they could not find the phone with the video and all these other things. Lies on top of lies, and the phone was being used and everything. Now, in the case of a retrial, if the Court of Appeal said that Vybz Kartel will be getting a retrial, right? What will happen is you will find that Vybz Kartel, the weight, because this is what Paula Llewellyn said. Paula Llewellyn said what gave the deciding blow was the weight of the evidence, right? The material evidence, all of those things. That is the same evidence that they had, that the expert in the UK came to Jamaica and did the analysis and said and deemed these so to speak evidence contaminated and compromised and tampered with. Right? Now, if the defendants like Isaac Buchanan can prove and tell the judge that these evidence that they claim to have and these evidence that they have right now cannot be used because it was initially tampered with, so therefore contaminated evidence cannot be presented or not be used within the courts, what do you think will happen? Kartel will go walk free? Because do you think the witness will come back again and have something to say, or say this or say that? I mean, personally, I don't think so. But if them can get the witness to come back, and remember, the witness, so to speak, was not a credible witness also, right? But guess what? That still remains in the court. But again, if they want to do the same, because the same thing cannot happen twice. Fool me once, can't fool me again, right? I do not think that they will actually want to say the way they handle the case. They will not handle the case the same way. They will not handle the case the same way. I feel like if there's a retrial, they will try to make sure that there's fairness, there's impartiality, there's all of these things that they must prescribe to, measures that they must follow, steps that they must take, and they will have to give Vybz Kartel a fair trial. And if you give Vybz Kartel a fair trial, Vybz Kartel will walk free. But also remember, the problem also with a retrial is that there is a lot of people in Jamaica, because Vybz Kartel case is so big. It's almost like election day. Everybody know that this is Vybz Kartel case and that this is going on. So when you get jurors, because a lot of jurors can come in bias. A lot of jurors can come in bias, either bias for Vybz Kartel or they're bias against Vybz Kartel, right? They can already come in with the preconceived notion and everything that Vybz Kartel is already guilty or otherwise, right? So the public, because everything is already out in the public, vice note, literally all the evidence, all the elements are in the public, so it will be difficult to actually get a panel of jury that is objective, that will be making objective decision and say, all right, then we will be only making decision based on the evidence and based on the evidence and everything that is presented to us, that is presented before us, and that is how our decision will be made. Our decision will not be swayed or be made any other way. Will Vybz Kartel walk free? Will the Court of Appeal say, hey, listen, there's an acquittal and we believe that there's insufficient evidence to actually convict these men because so and so and so, blah blah. You know, so they will walk free. That I mean, personally, that is what I want, because again, I could not sleep. If I think about the case too much and think about it, I actually start go crazy. And you know, similar things happened to me in 2014 when Vybz Kartel was convicted. So we just want the best. And again, I will be dropping more videos on this, and you guys just subscribe and stay tuned. And if you guys like the commentary, if you guys like what I'm saying, if you guys appreciate the channel and everything, then guess what, just subscribe and like up the video and share the video also, is me, and put it out there, because me there, I may do the right thing, I may do it for Uno, is me, I do it for Uno, and I mean, I love, you know, this is what I love doing, you know, making videos so you guys can enjoy it at the same time. And yeah, so free Vybz Kartel, same way for free Vybz Kartel for 2024, and we look forward for it. We look forward for an acquittal. We're not looking forward for a retrial. And if a retrial do happen, then if the evidence that they had initially, they cannot use that evidence. So again, Vybz Kartel again can walk free because of that. You see me? But I doubt the third option of upholding the conviction, even though the Privy Council said that even though the Privy Council squash everything and said these men are not convicted anymore of this murder of Clive Lizard Williams. We just want to see the right outcome. And stay tuned. Follow me again on TikTok, YPRO. You can just type in Owen Allen Media, and I will be doing a lot more videos. So stay tuned, and big up to everybody who joined the live earlier when I gave that when I read out that decision on the live. You know, I mean, the live is still there. You can go back and watch the live. I said a lot of things, and I will be saying a lot more things, uploading more videos, so you guys can enjoy it. So big up to everybody. Bam.